Hi everyone, Dr. Becky here with drbeckyfitness.com. Today we're going to talk about how to keep your weight loss going. When you start a diet, weight can come off fairly easily and it will always slow down for you. Sometimes it might even stop, so you need some strategies in order to get that weight loss going. And understanding how your body loses weight and what makes it a more efficient fat burner is going to go a long ways for you to get to your goal fast and on a consistent basis. So when I think about the body and losing weight, I like to look at the body as a valued employee. So if you give your employee what that employee needs to get the job done, well, he's going to get the job done. Well, it's the same with your body. Give it what it needs to lose weight, and it will work for you. It will get the job done. So let's look at what those things would be. First things first, fat-burning foods. When you want your body to convert the foods that you're eating into energy, you've got to feed it the right nutrients. Three things that we'll take a look at here specifically that you have to check your diet for to make sure you have them in is sufficient fiber, protein, and iron, which is something that we don't always think about with weight loss. Fiber and protein, let's look at those first. These foods will slow digestion and they will slow the amount of blood sugar rise that you have going on. That's a good thing for you for weight loss, because when sugar goes into your bloodstream slowly, your body has a chance to burn it off for energy and there's no reason to store it. So you want to make sure that you're getting protein and fiber. One way to do this and ensure that you're getting it every day is to eat a meal-sized salad at least one time a day. So you have a nice bit of greens with some different vegetables on it. For protein, you can add chicken. Beans will work also for protein. They'll also give you a lot of extra fiber, a great thing to have in your diet. Nuts and seeds will also give you protein and fiber. If your goal, of course, is to lose weight, you don't want to be snacking on them. Try to keep them to 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, but they will actually speed up your weight loss for you. Iron foods, make sure you're getting enough iron in your diet, especially if you're a woman, because we lose iron on a monthly basis. Iron is important to your metabolism because iron is the mineral that carries oxygen around your body. Metabolism needs oxygen. So for a fast metabolism, you've got to make sure that you're getting the oxygen to those processes. So make sure you're getting high iron foods. Spinach is very high in iron. Beans are very high in iron. So just add them into your salad. You're good to go. Okay. Fake healthy foods. Avoid fake healthy foods if you're having trouble sustaining your weight loss. These would be things that are packaged pretty. It's kind of like if it's your employee, he's the guy that sits at his desk and he looks like he's working very hard, but in reality he's just sitting there playing solitaire all day. That's what fake healthy foods are. They're packaged to make it look like they're going to be good for you, but in reality they're just fat storing machines. A lot of these are grain-based snacks, so your energy bars, your granola bars, cereals, crackers, pretzels, those types of foods have been very highly processed. So now they're refined, and what that means is that they're going to digest very quickly. They're going to spike your insulin, spike your blood sugar, which spikes insulin, and insulin is basically like a doorman for your fat cells. It just opens up the door and says, come on in, and they're going to really wreak havoc on your ability to keep losing weight. So watch out for those fake healthy foods in your diet. Number 3, exceed your expectations, or I should say learn how to exceed your expectations. Nothing is more demoralizing to an employee than giving them inflated expectations to get something done. Yet we do this to our body all the time, right? So, you tell an employee who has an average of 1 report a day that he now has to do 50 reports in a month, he's going to be overwhelmed. You tell your body that, well, because you lost 5 pounds in the first week, that now you have to lose 5 pounds every week in order for me to be happy with you. You're asking too much for your body. You know your body. You know how you lose weight. Some people are slower losers. Some people are faster. but you have to set a goal that's going to be realistic. The goal should be high enough that it's going to encourage you to work, but it can't be so high that it's going to lead you to become discouraged, because then you're going to quit. For some people, if you're a slow loser, that might mean setting a goal of 5 pounds a month. We have to remember that losing weight is a marathon for a lot of us if we have a lot of weight to lose. It's not a sprint. Marathons and sprints are both races. They both have finish lines, but in order to get to that line, you have to pace yourself. Motivate yourself with short-term goals. Let's say you have 60 pounds to lose this year. If you say that by 1 year from today, I'm going to be 60 pounds lighter, well, it gives you an awful lot of wiggle room for today. So you can say, well, I don't really have to get busy on that right now. Short-term goals give you a sense of urgency. I teach college students. We have weekly assignments due. When the students hand in those assignments? About an hour before the due date, if that long, right? Because that's when we're motivated to get things done. That deadline is right there in front of us. Do the same thing for yourself with your weight loss. If your weight loss is slowing down, shorten up your goals and get that motivation going. When I teach people, like for instance with my 0123 Plus diet plan, I like to set 40-day goals. I also like to each week kind of up the fat burning tricks that we have, so that we can keep motivation growing on a weekly basis. And by the time you get to about the third week or so, that 40 days is pretty darn close, and that becomes motivation. So find those ways to motivate yourself with just short-term goals. Number 5, mix up your routine. Our bodies get used to what we're doing for them. Even if you're eating a junk food diet, your body will get used to that, and it will learn how to process junk foods. I'm not saying that they're good for you, but it's amazing how the body will fall into routines. Well, it can happen this way with healthy foods as well. So the body is always looking for ways to become more efficient. Any routine that you fall into can slow down your progress. You can speed up your progress by mixing things up a little bit. One way that researchers have looked into this is through modified intermittent fasting. So I'm not talking about fasting completely for a day by not eating and then eating a ton the next day. But what I'm saying is that modifying the calorie intake from one day to the next can spur your body on to continue to lose weight. So you go low calorie one day, high calorie the next. Another way to modify your diet to kind of stir things up a little bit is to break up your normal pattern of eating. If you are one who tends to eat small meals throughout the day, then take a day and eat one large midday meal. Or vice versa. If you're just a one-time eater during the day, then break it up into smaller meals. You don't have to do this for long, just to break through your plateau, and then you can go back to your old routine and then bring these in as you need to. This also works with your exercise too, by the way. Something often referred to as turbulence training. So your body becomes efficient at the exercise that you're doing. So if you are exercising currently, mix it up a little bit. You can do that in a number of different ways. You can change the length of time, or you can change the intensity, or you can change the type of exercise that you're doing. But switch it up a little bit and you'll start to get your weight loss going again. Sleep. Okay, so this one's the easy one, hopefully. Well, maybe not. A lot of us don't get enough sleep, and there was a research study came out last year in 2015 that showed that even 30 minutes less of the required sleep a night will lead to weight gain. For most people, most adults, 7 hours is the bare minimum. Try to get 7 hours of sleep, and you'll refresh that body employee that we have working for us to try to lose weight, right? We don't ask our employees to work 7 days a week without taking a break, but we expect our bodies to. Get your sleep in and you'll get your weight loss keep dropping for you. Lastly, Create a foundation with some simple habits that you do on a daily basis. This is why I teach over at my website on drbeckyfitness.com the 4 daily habits. These 4 habits are just a foundation. If you have gotten off track, these 4 daily habits will bring you right back to where you need to be. The best advice that I can give you on how to keep weight loss going in the right direction is to never take a step backward. When you have a simple foundation that you do no matter what every day that is going to prevent weight from coming back, you're always going to be heading in the right direction. So have a simple foundation that you do on a daily basis. If you want those 4 daily habits, they're over on my website in a free video series. I'll put a link here on the video or down below. So there you have it. Work on adding these things in over the next day or 2 and you will get your weight loss going again. I hope these have helped. If they did, please subscribe to my channel and we will see you next time. Thanks.